Have you ever felt like you're being watched in your own home? For one family in Kansas City, Missouri, that feeling became a terrifying reality. It's a story that sounds like it was ripped straight from a horror movie, but I assure you, it's chillingly real. It all started when a young couple bought their dream home. Everything seemed perfect on the surface, but soon they began noticing strange, unsettling details. Small, meticulously drilled holes kept appearing in the walls, always hidden behind picture frames or furniture. At first, they dismissed it. Maybe it was from the previous owners, or perhaps just old house quirks. But the holes seemed deliberate, too strategically placed. A cold, nagging feeling began to grow in the pit of their stomachs. What were these holes for? Their curiosity soon turned to dread. Unable to shake the feeling that something was deeply wrong, they decided to investigate further. They chose a spot behind a large painting in their living room and began to carefully cut away a section of the drywall. As the piece came loose, a dark, narrow space was revealed. It wasn't just insulation or wiring. It was a crawl space, a tight passage that seemed to run the length of the wall. Their hearts pounded in their chests. This wasn't normal. Summoning their courage, they shined a flashlight into the darkness. The beam cut through the dusty air, revealing a horrifying scene. The crawl space snaked its way through the entire house, a hidden network of passages behind every single wall. It was a house within a house. But that wasn't the most terrifying discovery. Tucked away in a small alcove was a dirty, worn-out mattress. Scattered around it were old food wrappers, evidence that someone had been living there, subsisting in the shadows. But then, their eyes landed on the item that would haunt their nightmares forever. A small stack of Polaroid pictures. They picked them up with trembling hands. The first photo was of them, sleeping in their own bed. The picture was recent, taken from a high angle, looking down from the ceiling. They flipped through the rest, each one a candid, secret snapshot of their most private moments inside the home they thought was their sanctuary. They were being watched. Hunted, the police were called immediately. The investigators were just as shocked, combing through the hidden labyrinth within the walls. They collected every piece of evidence they could find, including strands of hair left on the makeshift bed. A DNA test was run, and the results delivered the final, bone-chilling twist to this already terrifying tale. The hair didn't belong to a random squatter or a ghost. It belonged to the son of the previous owner, a young man who had been reported missing, presumed dead for 12 long years. He had never left. For over a decade, he had been living inside the walls of his childhood home, a silent, unseen resident. He watched his own family leave, and then he watched the new family move in. He watched them eat, he watched them talk, and he watched them sleep, all from his hidden kingdom of dust and darkness. The family immediately moved out, unable to spend another night in the house that held such a dark secret. The story serves as a horrifying reminder that sometimes the real monsters aren't in our closets or under our beds. Sometimes they're much, much closer. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story as unsettling as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tales of the strange and unexplained. Stay safe and always check your walls.